Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice is directed by Zack Snyder and stars Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Jesse Eisenberg, Jeremy Irons, Amy Adams, Lawrence Fishburne, just fucking everyone. Now this movie needs no introduction, guys. You know me, I have been waiting for this movie ever since they announced it at Comic-Con. We have all been waiting for it. And now we're finally here. Now first off, I just want to give a big thank you to Roadshow and Warner Brothers who gave me the opportunity to see Batman v Superman 2 days before everyone else in Australia got to see it. Now this is how full on it was. They confiscated our phones. I had my GoPro with me because I was doing a vlog. I don't know if I'll put it at the beginning of this video. If I have, well, there you go, that was the vlog. And then obviously I had to hand in the GoPro. Not that I was gonna film the movie, it was just, I had it on me. That was also, they confiscated my phone, GoPro, there were metal detectors, everything. And then the film began. And holy shit, see, this is the problem. It's a lot's going on up here at the moment. Like, there is just so much to take in. Let's just start from the basics. Is the film good? It is brilliant. Guys, I honestly think Batman v Superman will be a big game changer for comic book movies to come. It is just a step above all the rest from what I've seen. Okay, seriously, you've got a lot of characters in this movie. You've got Batman, you've got Superman, you've got Wonder Woman, you've got Alfred, you've got Lois Lane, Perry White, and others, which I'm not gonna mention because this is a spoiler-free review, okay? I will be doing a spoiler-filled review, so I'm gonna try my best to tiptoe around everything and just be vague about everything, give you a general idea of what I thought, even though you know that I know that it was awesome. And yes, I'm donating part of my brand new Batfleck cosplay. I have made a video on how I put the chest emblem on. That will be up sometime next week. So let's get down to business, guys. The overall story of the film was solid. I thought it would be weak. I thought that would be the weakest part of the movie. But honestly, it kept me intrigued the whole way through, and it has a lot of surprises. There are so many Easter eggs in this film, and I really can't wait to talk about them in the spoiler review. Zack Snyder has done a brilliant job in photographing this film. I love the style of it. It's a lot of blues, grays, steel blues and whatnot. It's brilliantly shot, brilliantly lit, and I love the whole tone of it. It was just refreshing. It is very much like Man of Steel, like the color palette of Man of Steel, but the ante has just been severely upped. Ben Affleck as Batman. I can honestly say that Ben Affleck is now my new favorite Bruce Wayne and Batman. All other actors that I've seen portray Batman and Bruce Wayne have only done one or the other. They've only been able to portray Bruce Wayne or Batman. Ben Affleck has absolutely nailed the Batman that I've always wanted to see on screen since I was a wee lad. And this isn't a spoiler at all. There have been people saying that his Batman is brutal, and it is. The character of Batman in this film, he is brutal, terrifying almost. Like that fight scene that you saw in the final trailer, there is so much more to that fight scene, and it just leaves you with your jaw dropped. This is probably the best acting I've seen Affleck do, because you think about the character of Bruce Wayne, not just Batman. Let's take a look at Bruce Wayne for a second. This is a severely traumatized man. He's witnessed his parents being murdered. We've seen in the trailer, he's witnessed Wayne Tower collapse from the events of Man of Steel. The man has anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, and we see that in the film, and Affleck brilliantly demonstrates that. So I've got to give props to him. He's done an amazing job, not from an acting standpoint and a mental standpoint, but a physical standpoint. We saw in the trailers that training montage, that's in the film, and the dude is just, man, mountain, he's fucking huge. So yes, Ben Affleck as Batman, absolutely brilliant casting choice. He carried himself the whole way through that film. He was funny, he was brutal, he was smart, he was witty. That is Bruce Wayne and Batman. And like I said, I can't wait to see more of him because we've got a lot of characters in this film. And each character got their own equal amount of screen time pretty much, even though most people did say Batman got some more screen time. I don't think that's the case. Henry Cavill just kills it as Superman. He was born to play Superman. You can tell he loves playing this character. He was brilliant in this one. He's come a long way from Man of Steel, to be honest. He was kind of like a boy in that. Now he is a man. Now, one character that really stood out and really made me proud and is going to make the entire female population proud is Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. She kicks ass in this film. not just as Wonder Woman, but also as Diana Prince. She is a smart, strong, sophisticated woman. She is a warrior. And to be honest, at the end, she stole the show, and she was just brilliant. It was just so good to see just this Amazonian warrior brought to life on the big screen, and Gal Gadot was the perfect person to do that. And the look of the character is amazing too. It fits in well with this world. It fits in with the Trinity. They look amazing together on screen. Now, the editing in this film you think would be choppy, changey, all over the place. You gotta go from Metropolis Gotham, you know, back to Batman, back to Superman, back to Bruce, back to Clark. But it actually works. The way I see it is, it's evenly going, you know, nice spiral, going up, different characters, back and forth, and eventually we reach the climax. Like I said, each character had their own equal amount of screen time, which eventually led up to the climax when they're all together. Now, Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, a lot of people know that I was on the fence about Jesse Eisenberg. I wasn't really a fan, but I'm very happy to say I loved his character. I love the way he portrayed Lex Luthor. He is a severely damaged and multi-layered character, and I don't think there was anyone better to portray this character, because Eisenberg is pretty much playing himself. He's got that quirkiness to him, and this incarnation of Lex Luthor was perfect for Eisenberg. And he plays a pivotal role in this movie. He's actually quite an asshole. Like Jesse Eisenberg has stated in interviews, Lex Luthor is kind of the puppet master, and you will see that in the film. And again, that fits in well with the plot and the storyline of the film, him being the puppet master. And it just makes you realize how much of a badass he is. Now, the action in this movie is like Mad Max Fury Road. It just hits hard and just leaves you exhausted. The scenes with Batman in the Batmobile chasing cars and whatnot was just absolutely amazingly choreographed. Batman's fight scenes are brutal. The guy just belts the shit out of bad guys. Like, you fear him. He's sort of like an urban myth and a legend in Gotham, even though he's been doing it for 20 odd years. He's still not very known. He's still quite vague to the people of Gotham. Now, Jeremy Irons as Alfred was something I honestly wasn't expecting. It's such a different relationship, and I'm trying my best not to spoil it or whatnot, but to me, Bruce Wayne and Alfred in Batman v Superman just seem like old friends. Alfred isn't really the father figure in this universe. He's just kind of Bruce's buddy, acquaintance, but Irons is the man to play Alfred. He's just got that sarcastic tone about him, and he's just so chill at the same time. Nothing seems to bother the character of Alfred in this universe. Now that I've pretty much touched on all the amazing things about this film, my only gripe, and it's something that I'm probably gonna have to touch on in the spoiler review because it's gonna give away too much, it did have the same problems that Man of Steel had at the end, and I think you guys will know what I'm talking about. And it was seen in the second trailer. I thought Zack Snyder would learn from it. It honestly didn't bother me, but I think we didn't need to see the same thing the second time around. Now, as for the Nightmare Batman sequence, I can't say much about it because it does play quite a pivotal role in the storyline and with certain Easter eggs, but I just want to say it was probably my most favorite scene in the entire film. That's also when the IMAX screen like went full burst and you'll like feel like you're gonna throw up and pass out from vertigo. But honestly, the look of Nightmare Batfleck is just absolutely badass. There is one long shot in this sequence, and I'm not gonna spoil it, but you will get goosebumps and the hairs will raise on the back of your neck. It's just so damn badass. And honestly, Nightmare Batman was my favorite scene in the entire film. But yes, I will be touching more on the Nightmare Batman scene in my spoiler-filled review, so that is pretty much all I can say in terms of that scene. It'll all make sense. So guys, overall, I know I'm gonna miss out on saying stuff that I want to say right now because my head is just swimming with epicness. I'm actually kind of a little bit emotional. I did have anxiety butterflies before going into the film. I was nervous. Guess that just goes to show how attached I am to these characters, and I'm guessing some people will probably have the same feelings going into this movie. We're very protective of this, and I can honestly say this film surpassed my expectations. I think it's a massive game changer in terms of comic book films. Affleck is the Batman, Cavill is Superman, Gal Gadot is Wonder Woman. They had a fantastic dynamic together on screen. It was wonderful to see them on screen together for the first time. It kind of brings a tear to your eye. Speaking of bringing a tear to your eye, there was one scene between Batfleck and Superman. I won't say anymore, and people have mentioned it. It will bring tears to your eyes. It is so heartbreakingly good. It tugs at the heartstrings. And it was good to see humanity underneath that cowl with Affleck. Because usually when we see Batman on screen, he's just a beast. He's tearing through bad guys. But this just gave me a whole new level of respect for Affleck and the character of Batman in this universe. But yeah, it was a very nice touch. So guys, overall, I am more than thrilled with Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, even though it does have its flaws, and I will talk about that more in the spoiler-filled review. Nonetheless, you know what I'm gonna give Batman v Superman, geeks. 5 geeks out of 5. So guys, when you see Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, please drop a comment below and let me know what you thought. Make sure it's spoiler free though, okay? We'll do all the spoiler talk and comments in the spoiler filled review. I'm hopefully gonna do that on the weekend, so keep it spoiler free, okay? But yes, tell me your thoughts. Was it what you're expecting? What did you think of Affleck as Bruce Wayne and Batman? What did you think of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman? Overall, did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Let's talk. As always, thank you very much for your continuing support and watching, and until next time, geeks, please always remember, cosplayers do it best. Ooh, one more thing, and I nearly forgot. The score between Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL, holy shit, that was just brilliant. I've actually got the soundtrack. I've been playing it in my car for like the last week, just hyping myself for it, and it just fits in so well with the movie. It's abrupt, it's noisy, it's industrial, it's epic, it's gothic, it's monolithic, it's everything. It fit really well into the film, and 5 geeks out of 5. You're still here? It's over. Go home.